Hi, my name is Angela, and I'm really excited about new titles that were just released. The first one I'm going to show you is White Clean Money. Our White Clean books are favorites for sure, especially with these adorable monsters that help our children learn. This one's going to teach them the difference between nickels and dimes and all sorts of fun stuff like that. And it comes with a cute little White Clean marker. What a Wonderful Word is a book of a whole bunch of untranslatable words from around the world. And I think it's completely amazing. It gives you the word, what language it's in, and then it tells you what it's about, and then tells you a little bit about that country. So much fun, lots of different things to learn. It has an illustration on every page that has to do with that country, and then in the back it will also tell you how to pronounce each of the words, so you know that you're actually saying it the right way. Pretty awesome. Hello Happy and No Worries are some of my new favorites. This one I'm really excited about because it helps those who are anxious and worried all of the time. I have a son who has high anxiety, and this is helping him be able to not only understand how he's feeling, but giving him another outlook or an out in when he's worried. He's got something to do and to focus on to help take away that fear and anxiety. They're amazing. A Magical Adventure is a adventure where you get to create your own journey. So you'll get to go on a different journey depending on where you want. It's a choose your own adventure. That's what I was looking for. So right here it'll say, if Jan ends here, turn to page 16. If he ends here, turn to page 24. And you get to decide which route he's going to go and then figure that out. So when you go to page 24, it's going to have some more things to do. And there's different puzzles to do and things like that. And it's a story about two brothers who don't want to work together and don't really like each other, but in the end they find that it's better to have two, and they end up working out together, and it's awesome. Boy is a new favorite. He's a cute little Viking boy who is actually deaf, and it's kind of a story that tells that there are two sides to every story. So this is a castle and of course a fiery dragon, and the people in the village are trying to fight this dragon because he burnt up the forest. Now Boy, he went off and on a little adventure, and he can't hear them saying, "Get out of the way, move," as they're fighting this dragon. And so they both work together, and he eventually asks, "Why are you fighting?" And in the end, they find out that they had misunderstood each other, and there was no reason to be fighting at all. Super cute story, super amazing illustrations. Love, love, love. Okay, so this one, Here and There, is a fun adventure to see the differences between different places around the world. So Playing Outdoors, it's going to show you different places. This one, Playing Outdoors in Norway, this is what they do. And in Hong Kong, this is what they're going to be doing. And then it tells you a little bit about that country. Different chores. Doing chores in Belgium, doing the dishes. That's what we do here. And then in Uganda, they're sweeping, but they're sweeping up the dirt before they go to school. The New Year in China, Colombia, Thailand, and the United States, how the different types of things that they do in the different countries, just to get a feel for what things are like. Make Your Own Comics is a fun new book for those who love comic books or writing. My son, the anxious one, he's a drawer and loves comics. So it gives them little bubbles to fill in and ideas, and then they get to create their own comic books. And then in the back, there's just a whole bunch of blank comic book pages that they can make their own comic books. It gets their creative juices flowing and creating their own stories without having to write so much. It's a very good introduction to writing, I think. Where's Jane is like a Where's Waldo book. We do have a couple others that are Where's Will, which is William Shakespeare, and Where's Ballerina, that has a lot of different ballerina plays and stuff, like the Nutcracker and stuff. Jane, obviously, is Jane Austen, and so it's a good introduction to her most famous stories, Pride and Prejudice, Emma, and so it tells the story, and then it gives you characters to go and find. And then I want to say, oh yes, in the back it shows you, if you can't find the different characters, it shows where they're at. Very fun. My first drumming book, we do have a lot of new instrument type books as an introduction to music for kids. This one is my first drumming book. We do have a keyboard one as well. There's an on-off switch in the back, and then you just lift it up and it will tell you what to play and different things. Over here is going to have like the bass sound. You push one of those, and then you can push a drum to go along with it. So it helps them, it's an introduction to rhythm. Play a drum to this sound. My kids all loved this. When I pulled it out, they all wanted to play it. I might have to get a couple just because they all love it so much. A couple new chapter books, Uncle Sean and Bill. This is a story about this badger who goes on an adventure of a place where he does not want to go and gets into all sorts of trouble and he gets help from a mole and some llamas, and dancing helps him out a lot. It's just a fun little story, and then it has illustrations throughout the story. Very fun, full of animals, very cute. Now, Alfie the Onion, the Adventures of Alfie Onion, he goes on an adventure with his brother who wants to go on adventures. And his brother, Magnifico is what his name is, he decides that he does not like being an adventurer. And Alfie ends up having to save the day. And he also saves the day using other different animals. He's got a loyal dog, a talking horse, 2 mice, and some meddling magpies. A very cute story. This is one of our new favorites. It is comic book style. It has speech bubbles, graphic novel, and novelish. It's a good introduction for kids who are just jumping into reading chapter books. It's great also for beginner readers or reluctant readers. This is very fun, very silly stories that your kids are absolutely going to love. Now, the last ones I'm going to show really quick are from our Bear Grylls series. He does have some chapter books, and I honestly don't know where my kids put those. So know that they're awesome. Awesome, awesome. They both loved them. So we have the Survival Handbook. It is a flexible binding, more sturdy than paperback, but not quite as hard as hardback. And this one just tells you all sorts of things that you would need to know when you're out in nature. It talks about camping, maps and navigation, knots, dangers and emergencies, and how to overcome those. Super awesome. The survival camp is kind of similar, except for it teaches you how to survive in different types of areas, different climates, different situations, and how to survive if you ever get stuck in one of those. This one is a hardback book. Also, there's a hardback, and this one I think is my all-time favorite, The Extreme Planet. It tells you the most extreme stuff on the planet. So the hottest things on the planet that you'll find. This one is Treasure Islands. It talks about rainforests of the sea. It talks about all sorts of different things that you're going to find in our planet, but the most extreme of them. Like, look at this, wild landscapes. How awesome is that? Just so cool. I hope you have found something that you really enjoy or something that your children would love. If you haven't, by any chance, let your consultant know, and she will be more than happy to find something that will be perfect for your children. I hope you have a good day. We'll see you till next time.